9 p.m. I kind of overslept and I woke up at 9 and then I went to the gym. So I really need to start working now. Today I have to ink and color this illustration that I started before we went to Amsterdam. And I really need the daylight for that because I'm filming here on this desk and it's not really getting a whole lot of light, so I kind of have to hurry up. Maybe I can show you the sketch that I have so far. Oh, it's charged. Yay! Okay, this is my sketch. I really like it. So I have to finish this entire thing today. I hosted this character design challenge on my Patreon where I gave people 3 topics and the winner was punk rock ballerina. So this is my submission. I'm filming with this camera, filming with this one, and screen recording. No pressure. So this is done. Yay. And now I think I'm gonna work on the color scheme probably, but I'm not gonna color it in today because it's already pretty dark and I want to film with this camera. So I'm only going to create my rough thumbnail and I'm gonna finish the illustration tomorrow. I just had this strange realization that this is my first digital illustration for this year, which feels so weird and also kind of wrong. I honestly wish I could spend more of my time drawing. I wish I could spend all of my time drawing, but starting YouTube and doing all the other things that I have to do, it's a little bit difficult sometimes. But then again, I am really grateful to be doing what I'm doing, so I think sometimes I tend to guilt trip myself that I'm not doing enough. But it's funny because I don't actually go deep enough to analyze the situation and figure out if it makes sense to feel that way. I kind of just go by vibes. So it's not entirely rational, which is not good. I need to stop doing that. And it's a little bit unfair because I know I was very productive this month. As soon as the Christmas break was over, I had to edit and put up the previous video, which took such a long time because I filmed and filmed so much. And then we had a week-long trip and now I'm here. So yeah, doesn't make sense to be feeling this way. I'm talking to myself, not to you. I feel like I'm getting sick, but I have a lot to draw. I signed up for this character design workshop, and our first assignment is to do portrait studies. So I think I'm gonna warm up with some little marker paintings. I would really rather just be sleeping right now, but you know, it's not that bad. I mean, I'm just a little, but I think I can manage. I have to sit here. Okay, that works too. Do you also sniff your cats? I love sniffing my cat. Ah. Smells so good. Now that I have the pastel sets of these markers, I am so excited how much choice I have when I start painting. But I feel like I oftentimes reach for the safe choices. I guess I'm kind of used to certain color schemes that I tend to use in my digital work. And I really want to sit down one of those days and come up with more interesting color combinations. I feel very inspired by Chris Hong. She paints these super beautiful portraits with markers, and she uses a lot of purples for the shadows or greens for the light, you know, very bold and creative decisions. So I think I'm gonna make some studies of her work and try to understand her thought process. I feel like I'm also very used to using mainly flat colors, which a lot of times I like, but I'm also curious to explore something else and evolve. I forgot to show you, but this is my reference. I think I'm gonna do this one next. I like the round face shape. It's gonna be interesting to stylize. I just realized now I don't really include any sketching process in these videos. I just feel it's not very interesting to watch, and I feel like my drawings look a little bit ugly for a while before they start looking good. That's probably true for most artists, I don't think it's just me. But yeah, let me know if you would like to see more of the beginning stages of a drawing, because I always film that anyway. I just always end up cutting it out when I start editing. Okay, so it's getting pretty dark. I only managed to do 2 studies, but that's okay. And now I wonder if I should start working on my assignment or go buy some bread because I have nothing for breakfast tomorrow. And if I'm feeling worse, it's not gonna be very cool. I'm gonna think about it for a little bit. Okay, let's rewind a little bit. We went to Amsterdam last week. It was a very spontaneous trip because we haven't been anywhere in a long time. I had the intention of filming a vlog there, so I brought a ton of camera equipment with me and I took my little sketchbook and some colored pencils. But the moment we landed, I realized I really want to experience this and be 100% present in the moment. And if I'm filming, I won't be able to do that. Maybe it's because I'm kind of new to this, I don't know, but filming videos for me takes up all of my brain power and I can't really focus very well on anything else that I'm doing. The weekend before we left for that trip, I was watching some Copenhagen vlogs on YouTube and I saw this shop called Arhoy. So it's a little ceramics shop and they make the most beautiful mugs. And walking around one of the neighborhoods in Amsterdam, we stumbled upon this little shop that was selling products by the studio. And not only that, but they had the exact pink mug that I wanted to order online. But I just decided to wait until after we get back from the trip, so I will be home when they deliver it. So yeah, now I have my dream mug and I bought it in Amsterdam. During the weekend while we were there was the first lecture of the character design workshop that I signed up for. But kind of in the last moment, I decided to skip that because I didn't want to spend 4 hours in the Airbnb. And I can always go back to the recording, which is what I actually have to do now. I have to finish watching it and then work on my assignment. Alright, so I have to do portrait studies, but my assignment is due 24 hours before the class, so I really have to hurry up. Anytime I'm designing something, in the beginning, I'm feeling pretty confident about it most times, and then at some point, after I've made my second pass, I decide to go back to the original sketch, just to see where I was headed in the beginning. And 9 times out of 10, it's like, what the hell was I thinking? Here, let me show you what I mean. Okay, so this was my original drawing, and this is my second pass. Like, this has nothing to do with that person. But while I was drawing that, I was like, oh, this is going pretty great, I think. No, it wasn't. It looks weird. Like, there is no resemblance. This one, I think, is a little bit better. But I still need to keep working on it. I submitted my assignment right on time. And now I'm gonna make some dinner because it's pretty late. We're making chicken and roasted veggies. Never had that one before. That was a really cute day. And now I have 10 minutes to class. So I gotta get ready. Also tidying up my room a little bit so it's not a huge mess in the background.
I guess. Symmetry. I was so obsessed with making faces so symmetrical. Usually, when you do character design, it's better to do faces asymmetrical because that's what's weird. But yeah, it's the best to focus on shape language when you have to do a project like this.
Do you have any advice for stylizing the hair? Because I feel like this is what I always struggle with. I tend to kind of stylize it as a flat shape, thinking about the outline and the silhouette, and then I draw a bunch of lines inside just, for variety, but it's not very three-dimensional, I think. I started knitting this scrunchie a couple of weeks ago. It's going a little bit slow because the yarn is super thin, but I love the texture, it's super delicate. I'm making this one for one of my girlfriends as a late Christmas gift. We haven't seen each other since before the holidays, And I'm finally seeing her today. We're going to visit the gallery. There's an exhibition by this really cool artist called Guillermo Lorca. Hope I'm not butchering his name here. And we're also gonna go eat some pastries. I love how this scrunchie turned out. It's super soft and fluffy. I really hope she's gonna like it too. She has ginger hair, so I think it's gonna suit her really well, but yeah, I hope she likes it. Itu wish. Oh, jadi harus. It's okay.